Hey EXPers, I'm going to go through a quick tutorial here on editing the saved search criteria for a leads home search. So the criteria that is set for the automatic property alerts for new listings being sent via email to a lead. So I'm going to click on this example of a lead here, open up the lead profile. This should all look familiar. Hopefully, you've been at least been messing around with KV Core if you're still brand new to it. But this is the lead profile here, the lead's information, touch points, and the history, about the lead. But this should look familiar nonetheless. Going up here to the right of the name is the timeline, which is what you're looking at when you open it up by default, and then alerts. So this alerts here is what you want to click on, and it'll open up. You'll see alert 1 is what it's automatically sitting on when you open it up. Alert 2 if you want to add a second alert. And you'll see all the settings here. So this person is set up for single family homes in Corona Del Mar, California, between this price range, blah, 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 whatever criteria might be set in here based on what they were looking at. So just to clarify real quick, for anyone that registers on your home search site, looking at properties on the front end of KV Core, the home search element of it, anyone that registers, KV Core is automatically going to set up a criteria like this for a new listing alert via email. It's going to look at the city, the area, and the price range and set up a search based on what they've looked at. So if they look at 5 properties, it's going to take about the average price range for those properties they looked at in the area and create this save search automatically, which is why if you look at the price range, this is a wild and random price range because it's the computer averaging it out. So it's a funky number. But you can go in and edit this, and that's what I suggest taking a look at when you get a new lead. Come in here, make sure that this property alert makes sense. And when I say makes sense, you're the area expert. So I'm going to come in here to edit so I can edit this information. I'm going to leave it single family because this is an area of multi-million-dollar homes for the most part and single family. So Corona Del Mar is in the Newport Beach area. So you as the area expert, you're going to know if there's crossover in general. So for this person, most people in Corona Del Mar are also going to be interested in Newport Beach. So if there's any adjacent cities, or they don't even have to be adjacent, but areas where there's crossover, whether it's cities, counties, whatever the area might be, if there's crossover, if someone that's looking in one area that the search is set up for is crossover to another area, like I just explained here, go ahead and add it. Open up the search a little bit. Clean up the price range if it makes sense too. I'm going to drop this down to 3 million. Yeah, raise this to 5.5. And I haven't spoken to this person yet, so I don't have any other specific criteria. But I'm going to leave it here, and you can either do save and send, which will save the criteria you just changed, and send them a new listing alert with the properties that match this criteria, or you can just hit update, and it'll just lock that in for future alerts that this person gets. So I'm just going to do that. Only other thing that I want to point out here, please, 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 this is very important. If you speak to anyone, as soon as you speak to anyone, any of your leads, whether it be text or by phone call, and you narrow down and you have that discussion about what they're looking for. Let's say I speak to Bill here, and I learn that his price range is 3 million to 6 million. I just made these changes. Forget I just made those changes. Say I talked to him, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm looking at Corona Del Mar and Newport Beach and Laguna Beach and Newport Coast." So, and he tells me his price range and he tells me his square footage that he's looking for. Please, as soon as you get off the phone call or any kind of communication, finish text messaging and learn more information about someone's home search, your light bulb should go off in your head on as a best practice that you need to come in and edit this search. You've learned more about what they're looking for. You've got to come in and edit this search. So you got to come in, edit, throw in that new criteria, let's say 6 million. Again, I haven't spoken to him, but wouldn't be shocked if it is. Um, Square footage, I'm going to say minimum 2,500 here. So whatever you learn about them, get this honed in as much as possible and update it. That way you're sending that person accurate listings based off what you had a conversation about. If you have a conversation about what they're looking for and they keep sending them properties that don't necessarily match what you just talked about, it's going to hurt your rapport. So make sure as soon as you talk to anyone, any lead about their criteria, one of your first thoughts should be to go in and edit this saved search. So quick tutorial there on the saved search alerts and automatic property emails for new listings that go out to your leads. Happy home selling, everybody.